ready.
Okay. So this here is part of the mechanism to release the parachute on this. So this is something completely separate. You don't have to do these bottles, obviously. This will fit any regular bottle. This is a 1 liter bottle, it's a 2 liter bottle. But these rockets have the parachutes too. Okay. So this is your pull string.
Pull that.
Pull string, okay.
Okay. So when you pull on this, the idea is that this pulls down and this
Releases it.
basically pulls that down.
Okay, got it.
So in order to use this, I usually take out like a tent stake.
Yeah, I remember.
You know, put this down here, secure it down.
Okay.
I would pull it kind of in this direction
Okay.
to where it's not rubbing too much. This is just pulling using this zip tie kind of,
Oh, okay.
kind of like that.
Got it.
The idea with these is as this comes down,
Yeah.
you'll see that there's a little
So,
O-ring in here
Okay.
that should seal it enough to stop, please. That should seal it enough. You want to push that down until these things catch on there.
Okay.
So as I push this down, you'll see that now is past that point. These here push up, and now that has secured that in place. This
Okay.
is not going anywhere now.
Okay.
Okay. So this is again after you put water into it.
And you say maybe a third or 2/3.
Ideally, you put about a third of water in there.
and this
Okay.
is the
This is obviously
water.
stop, please.
Okay.
This is a Schrader valve, so
Okay.
typical air pump
Okay.
goes in there. With this, I haven't tried this specific size of O-ring before. Before using the O-rings, I think I was doing like 40 to 50 psi.
Okay.
Now with the O-ring, you might need to go up to 70 to 80 psi to actually get it to come off of the O-ring.
Okay.
As you're pumping it up, I would watch here. If you're seeing water kind of just
Dribble.
come down, then
Okay.
then water is escaping, obviously.
Then it's too much pressure.
So yeah, this is just a typical bike pump.
Yeah. Okay.
Pump that up, and when you're ready, then you'll pull this back, and you'll see that that comes down.
Okay.
And now, if there's enough air pressure, it will pop off, and now nothing is keeping that in. That will go up.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So now the other thing to show is this. For these rockets specifically, again, you could use this launcher for any water bottle.
Okay.
But for these particular, I've given you a couple of specific parachutes. So I'm gonna kind of unveil this and show you how it goes. Let's do this.
Okay.
There's a little plastic sheath with an elastic band that kind of wraps into that.
Okay.
So you take this all apart, you'll see that this is now a parachute. Hopefully that opens and prevents any damage happening to the rocket.
Okay.
To put this
Daddy.
up, hold on. Put this up. You can fold this 3 ways, 2 ways, whatever, but let's just do it this way. Okay. I'm trying to fold it in such a manner that will encourage this parachute to open as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And this plastic sheath basically will keep it tight to the rocket while it's going up.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of putting this in here and using this plastic sheath to kind of cup it in there, just like so.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And there's other things. These things are kind of coming out of here. I'll just push that.
Just tuck it in. Okay.
Doesn't really matter. The biggest thing is that you're just keeping everything tight
Okay.
to the rocket. Okay.
Right.
You're doing this before you fill this up with water, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
So here's the elastic band. So I'm going to start wrapping this around. And this is what's keeping this on here. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to be attaching this. To this toy winder. I've basically gutted a kid's toy to where I can wind this up.
Okay.
And this slowly unwinds like so. Okay. I'll wrap this around a few times, so wrap this around like so.
Okay.
And now I'll probably prime it for a couple times. And then I'll hook it on to the non-hook side, like so.
Okay.
And now I can just start wrapping it around. Let's say I do it 1.5 times, just like so. I've glued a little piece of zip tie on there. That way it doesn't start to ride up and go over the rocket. You can kind of adjust this as much as you want to.
Sure.
So let's say that's kind of what you want it to look like.
Okay.
Okay. And so now we'll put a stopper in there.
A stopper.
Some sort of catch that will allow you to put it on. I'm doing this one-handed. I would have already had this off. But,
Yeah. Do you want me to get it?
There we go. So all this is just some sort of trigger mechanism that's
Okay.
notched. See
Okay.
that?
It's notched. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
So I would put this, I would kind of hold this like this. Let's do it, sure. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. And I'm probably I'm trying to notch this metal piece against maybe this the plastic sheathing piece like that.
Okay.
So if I hold it like that, now my hands are off
Okay.
and now it's set.
But you've hooked it onto the sheath.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can see how it's hooked on there. There's the piece is holding onto that metal and it's holding onto the sheath. Don't pull it, please.
Uh-oh.
Is it or no? Thank you.
Okay.
So the concept is, and you can determine how long it'll take for this to open. Again, Isidore, please stop. Hands off. So when we attach this to this piece here, this is going to be just what's connecting it onto the launching
Okay.
mechanism. As this goes up, this will pull off. This will start unwinding as it goes up. Ideally, this opens up at the topmost point,
Okay.
and this will, again, because it's elastic, it's going to whip around, and now it's got some mass, so it's opening all the way up. The sheath opens up, the parachute falls out, and it can come down. So, if
Careful.
Isidore, Ignatius, please,
It's
hands
okay.
off.
It's okay.
So this goes up. As this goes up, this catches on that, and you can see that will trigger that off.
Release the timer.
Yep, and so that will now, just like so, and now,
Okay.
as this is falling down, the parachute will open up
Okay.
and fall down.
Nice.
That's the concept.
It's
It's the same concept on the bigger one. No, not right now. It's the same concept on the bigger one. You'll see how I'm storing this usually. Step back, please.
There you go.
You'll see how I'm storing this usually is I'm not loading it up. I'm just wrapping it around the actual mechanism and just
Okay.
holding it on. Okay, so I will take this off. If I've already packed it, see,
Yeah.
I've already basically packed it.
Right.
And now I'm ready to set it to where it's ready to launch. Ignatius, please, hands off. You're making knots in there. Please do not.
We can do 3, 2,
Step
1 blast off when we are outside, okay?
Okay.
Right now, Daddy's just
So again, the concept is I'm going to prime it by taking a couple wounds. Just that way I do know I want it to come all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will grab on that first one. I'm going to make sure it's kind of over that zip tie. And
Okay.
step back.
Are you gonna go in a class?
I'm going to do 1.5. So 1.5, that should be about 5 seconds. You can test that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's about 5 seconds again.
Okay.
So if you're doing 80 psi, that should be plenty of time for it to get past its zenith.
Okay.
So again, I'm wounding it 1.5 times. Again, here's the
Notch.
trigger mechanism. Okay, I will find, this is going to be the most finicky part, however you get it. Okay, so now that I've got this set in there,
Right.
now I can fill this up with water, and this can hang here. So
Okay.
I'm filling this up with water. Once I got it filled with water, I'm going to put it on. Okay, I'm gonna do that kind of quick so I'm not losing
Yeah.
as much water as I can.
Okay,
Okay, once I'm ready down here, I'm gonna have to push it down.
latch it in.
I'm gonna push it down again past, it's gonna be sitting onto that O-ring, and it's going down past to where I see those zip ties catch,
Right,
and now I can pull that up. Now this 1.5 inch collar's holding that in place.
okay,
Now, again, I want to somehow secure this to the launching mechanism itself, to where as it goes up, it'll trigger off.
right.
It's just a little twisting.
C-clamp.
Yeah, I don't think it's a C-clamp, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, that'll sip into that loop just like so. I usually don't even close it because I know it's going to come off. And anyway, see, the weight of that is fine by itself.
Yeah,
And at this point, again, I've already cooked up to the launching mechanism. I pump it up, I pull it, release it, it goes up. As it goes up, let's just play this game. As this comes up this way, and now you can see that has already
Releases it.
stopped. And now it
there we go. Sorry. Neat.
okay.
All right, sounds great. Thank you. That should be fun. Since they've changed my curriculum, I'm afraid we would have done the Newton's laws in the fall with the middle schoolers, but I might be able to do it as kind of an extracurricular thing. I'm hoping. Kind of keep them engaged. When the spring comes around again. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Make sure you have a big enough field.